bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to today's America, Millennium News 24/7. This is Tofedar Noor from Millennium Studio, United States of America. Today, our guest Silani from mental health activist, also Leslie, child abuse, sexism specialist, activist. Also our co-host Todd Goldfinger. We are welcoming all three of you, our network. First, Silani, introduce yourself, please, our guest.
So introduce me. I'm Silani Weiner. I'm a clinical social worker in Maryland, and I've also done social work in New York, New Mexico. I think that's it.
Very good. So, what kind of social worker you are on the field?
Would you mind? I prefer if. So, since Leslie and I are not connected, to just have the three of us on, and then
yes, three of us, no problem.
Okay.
Leslie is not gonna be talk right now, nothing. Okay, you gonna talk.
Right, I understand that, but I still can see four of us.
Miss, we are on the air right now. Please go to the air. Please talk.
Sure. So I've been thinking a lot about the variety of issues that have come up for folks since the pandemic started. And what are some of the ways folks can do something about it, ameliorate some of the effects of so much isolation. And I just finished.
I'm listening, Silani. Can you continue? I'm listening to you.
Well, it's difficult because
he's on the phone.
It's very difficult for me. Yes, so don't know if this is going to work. Actually, anyway, I'm a big user of the library. I think it's one of the best resources in the world. It's a way of getting pretty much anything and not paying for it. And so it's never an excuse for folks to say, well, I don't have the money to afford that. And I've always brought folks to the library, clients of mine to the library, or directed them to the library, because I suppose in another life, I was one of those people. I am a big information seeker. I'm also somebody who, especially, well, when I have private clients, I am going to find a resource out there for them, and I am not going to let go of obtaining it for.
What's going on? Why did she get muted? How Solani got muted?
Our end,
Are we on the air right now?
yes.
Okay.
Okay,
thank
I
goodness.
don't know.
Good.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm back.
Great.
What's the last thing you heard?
Libraries are fantastic.
Yeah. So did you hear me talk about dog with his teeth into something? Anyway, okay. So I don't let go. If I find a resource for a client or for myself, I do not let go until until I get that resource. And actually, my plan. I'm not sure I could do it today even, because I have a lot of creative stuff to finish in the house. But right now, I am looking for a particular resource for a client, something called dialectical behavior therapy, which is a way of hearing things that normally communicating about things that normally might be extremely distressing and not getting distressed about it. And so, because I see us working with a workbook, I want to compare the different workbooks out there. Because the original workbook is from like 1970 something and then updated. So I thought, that's more of a professional thing I'm looking for. Where am I going to find that locally? My local library is not going to have it. So, but the universities nearby, and most universities have some kind of community membership. So I'm going to go there. I do not let money ever be an obstacle. And I've often thought about writing about free resources for people. And one of the wonderful things I've discovered is there's a huge variety of, in order to stay a social worker, I have to get 40 CEU credits every 2 years, continuing education. And so there's so many ways to get that, and so many, it's all on Zoom at this point, but so many different ways obtaining education, and I've exposed myself to such a huge variety of different subject matters. I like knowing a little bit about everything, and here actually I can lead into something a little bit different, and that is there's things called inventory, which so there's the Myers-Briggs, and there's something called the Enneagram. And I've always pursued self-discovery. I feel like I spent so much time suffering, and I wanted to understand, well, I wanted to not be suffering, but I wanted to understand where that suffering was coming from. And so a lot of our suffering, all of us, comes from having expectations that are not realistic for us.
Can I interfere you? Todd, you have to ask the question. She cannot be tell the whole history on the air.
Okay, but I think it's good that she does.
I understood.
The free flow as well is important.
So, but did you want me to direct in a particular
We're
area?
going to give you, everybody gets a little bit of time to talk. We move around, we share. We're going to have a great time. And thank you for being here, Silani and Leslie Carroll as well. Silani Warner, licensed social social worker. Do we say clinical social worker? What do
I'm
we
a
say?
clinical social worker, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, and I'm gonna actually get off when my time is up. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you don't. Oh, okay.
Yes, so whenever you tell me, we're at the end. So,
We've got about 5 more minutes.
okay, thank you. A lot of people reject what I was talking about, typologies, because I'm different than I'm an. So many people say, "Well, I'm an introvert and an extrovert." No, we're all born one or the other. And what is helpful about inventories, about knowing more about yourself, is once you know more about yourself, then so the fact that maybe you have an expectation of another person is not, it's realistic for you, but it's not realistic for them. If I am an extrovert, intuitive, feeler, perceptor, one of my biggest struggle is finishing things, because what that talks about is I keep seeking more and more information. That also makes me very creative. The Enneagram identifies as 9 numbers. It identifies areas in which we might be sensitive. And so those things are really helpful, because they don't have us set expectations for ourselves or others that just don't make any sense. But I want to add, before we get off, that there's a lot of things you can do if your mental health is suffering. There's a lot you can do. And some of those things are surrounding yourself with a color that feels upbeat, wearing it, being around it, coloring with it, smells, all the sensory senses that we have can be really helpful getting in touch with those parts that will taste. I think Todd just drank some. Taste, touch, hearing, seeing, what else? Smelling. And there are health food stores and new agey places where you can get access to people who know a lot more, where you can just do your own research. And when I began, libraries were the thing. Now you can pretty much have a library at your feet with the internet. But those are, and of course, moving your body will change a lot. Getting exercise, getting out in nature is huge, huge.
Also, being in your body, if you disassociate, right?
So dissociating is really helpful to actually talk to a therapist, because you can be guided.
But you could do it without a therapist too. You could take a deep breath.
I don't know.
And be in your body. Yeah, it's okay, because if you can't afford it or you don't have health insurance, there are other modalities. But go on, please.
There's actually one of the things I've done, and I am on a platform that offers counseling, is when somebody asked a question that everybody on the platform could see. It was, I don't have money for counseling, and there's a lot of free resources, which if you let me know, I can send you those resources so that people can access lots and lots of free resources. There's not a reason why anybody who feels like they could use that kind of support doesn't get it. Honestly, I when you've had trauma, as most of us have in our lives, because for a lot of us it happened such a very long time ago, it kind of has made the way we are in life now and our reactions. So stopping those reactions, I don't know how to do that without having guidance, without having somebody support you. I just think one of the best things about being with a therapist is, if you felt isolated and alone for a lot of your life, you're not alone anymore. You've got somebody in your corner rooting for you.
Very good. Very good, Selena.
What about peers? How about peers? Peers also are very helpful.
Yes,
Like us.
absolutely.
We're peers. We're all peers as well.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Todd,
And certainly, one of the
Yes, sir.
programs
go ahead.
that I was
Tell her to finish. We're going to go short break.
One more minute,
Right,
Silani.
I was just going to say that one of the programs that I was part of was called the ACT program, and they would send counselors out, and well, all the staff out, and the peer counselor was so important for the team. It was a way for people to connect. Anyway, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity. I'm going to say bye now, and perhaps see you guys again. And good luck, Leslie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for being on
Thank
the
you
show,
very
Silani.
much.
We love
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Viewers,
Thank you.
we are going to short break. Please stay with us.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Viewers, we are back again. Today's America, Millennium News 24/7. Now we're going to talk about global issue, Eastern Europe and West, what we are doing. Russia attack Ukraine. So many structure, so many people killed. Right now, Russia and Belarus border, Russia and Ukrainian representative, they're going to meet. Free condition. And they're going to talk about how to solve the problem. So hopefully it's going to be work out. At this time, Germany sent over thousands tank, anti-missile and so many things. Also Netherlands. Right now Italy going to be send more anti-missile goods and tank. So many things heading to Ukraine. Probably we're going to be third world war or what?
We don't want it.
Our West blocking airspace, Russian airspace, Ukrainian airspace, West also blocking their own airspace, Russian, any kind of airlines or fighter jet, they cannot get in. So right now, very tragedy going on. So, Todd, what gonna be happen? Do you have any idea?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I'd like to, say thank you, Leslie Carroll, for being on the show. We're going to get to you real soon. We're going to get to you. We're going to get to you. Just about the situation in Ukraine and Eastern Europe is that we've been expecting something like this for a long time. People who are a little bit in tune to these sort of things and can understand nature. They knew that, Putin had this in his back pocket for a long time and he's waiting to play it out. When he saw the weakness, he saw maybe test out the new chancellor of Germany, see what his like, and some other things like that. And then also to see how far they can push Zelensky on the world stage and show that he is a worthy person to be there as well. So I'm a big fan of Zelensky, and we stand united with Ukraine and Eastern Europe. We love you so much, our brothers and sisters. We're here for you. Thank you.
Todd, if you know the history, 1960s, Russia put some missile outside of Florida, Cuba, Havana. So that time,
this is just like the Russian missile crisis. It was just like that.
Exactly.
2 days ago, 3 days ago, it felt like that. Everybody in the world was crying, hurt, heartbroken. They couldn't understand why. Thank you.
Everybody is in the world crying. Western world is crying. Eastern world is crying. But Middle East.
It was 2 minutes to midnight.
Middle East, they are not crying. Over there, also America destroying their homeland, their country. So, which way we are going to heading? We are not a racism. We are not doing racism, or what?
We don't want to, but it seems like that sometimes, doesn't it? Like we're favoring the countries that are not of color, but we need to help people regardless. Color, race, background, we need to help the people. We need to be there for the people. Compassion is something we need to exercise,
if you're gonna,
even consciously.
Sorry to interfere you. If you're gonna watch,
Sure.
if you're gonna watch world news like CGTV, NDTV, Fish TV, and Arab News, and also Russian propaganda, you're going to see what they are talking about. They are talking about America is still fighting with Middle East. America destroying whole of the world. Right now, Russia, they have a content. They have a, their choice. They don't want NATO or United States any kind of missile in their border. Whatever we did in 60s. So, what is going to be happen? What they going to try to do? America,
Leslie?
Russia, China, do you have any idea? Todd?
I want to hear from Leslie.
Not Leslie. I am talking to the Todd. Anyway, Todd is probably not.
I don't have an answer for you right now. I'm done with answers for right now, so I'd like to hear from Leslie if that's possible. If we could, if it's possible.
Okay, what are we going to do about?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Leslie.
Putin is obviously a complete dictator, and he just does not care about anything. What he wants is the Donbass, I think I'm saying that right, area of the Ukraine, because it gets into the ocean. That's why he took Crimea. And we are just very naive to sit around and think that he's going to allow a democratic government in some place that's a country that's right next to him that used to be part of the Soviet Union. He wants to get the Soviet Empire back together, and I have no idea how we're going to stop him. But I know he wants that area right there on the map in Ukraine that's on the ocean, and the Crimea goes right down the side of Ukraine.
It's perfect to park the yachts. The really expensive yachts, the high-class, high-end, upper echelons of society yachts. Perfect, right there. Is Crimea the right place? Is that the right place to park the yacht?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Is
know
it?
that many people.
Yes.
Do you
Not-
park the yacht in Crimea? I just don't know. If I'm going over there with my yacht, I want to know where to park it. Do I park in Crimea? What's the? Tell me, please. I'm naive too.
Anyway, Todd, you gonna
Yes, sir.
question to Miss Leslie. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Thank you, Leslie. There's no way not to be a political analyst in today's day and age when things like this happen to us. You feel it. The nature is pushing on us. You know, the wind, you can feel the Russian winds. The things are going on. The tundra is melting. Anyway, before going into all of that, what is your opinion as, as a person, a human being on this planet Earth in America? Go ahead, please.
Me?
Yes, Leslie. Yes, you.
Well, I feel so sorry for the Ukrainian people because they're a peaceful type people with the democracy, trying to get a democracy going. And I just feel so sorry for them. I mean, millions of them have evacuated, and some of them are staying down under the ground in the subway stations, and some are staying in their houses. And they've been told to make Molotov cocktails to throw and whatnot like that. And it just scares me so much because I'm just worried that Putin will do something really drastic to stop that type of thing, any kind of resistance that they put up.
Interesting. Interesting.
Very good. Our democratic world, we like to make democracy and democratic. 1989, Russia fallout. Russian Empire gone. From that day to as of today, Eastern Europe part of democracy. Viewers globally, also United States of America, Eastern European people, Ukrainian people, Poland people, Romanian people, they are peace and loving people. They don't have any kind of occurrence for multicultural, religious and political. They are peaceful people. But all of a sudden, Russian attack. Russia, last 2 years, they are talking with West, they are talking with whole world to taking care the peace and love. They don't want a fight. They want their right. But West not allowed. Right now, West is not allowed their region. Ukrainian destroy. Ukrainian people dying. Ukrainian hunger away from the country, walking hundreds of miles. This is tragedy. Everywhere in the world, if this kind of fight, aggression coming, people is sufferer. Innocent people is sufferer. We hope our peace-loving countries globally and Eastern Europe, Western Europe, United States gonna be taking care these things. Otherwise, if political views and power views, world gonna be destroyed. We don't like to see.
We hope not. We are trying to prevent this from happening.
We like to see peace and love. We don't like to see 1939 to 1945. You know, we don't want to make those kind of mistake. These days is nuclear everywhere. Now, Russian president order his nuclear force get ready. Means he gonna fight for war for his financial sector and his right. He's talking about today, this morning, on the press. So he threatening the West, he threatening the America, he threatening the whole world by nuclear. So West have to think about it, what they're going to do right now. This is Western job. So Todd, if you have any kind of idea, tell our viewers what our country going to do, our people going to be do regarding nuclear missile and nuclear bomb.
Well, the thing that you'd want to do is to not encourage this kind of behavior on the world stage. It's not acceptable. And if people feel melancholy and they want to live in the past, well, Russia's a big country. They can stay over there and do it.
They are not going to be destroyed their country. They're going to.
I know, but they are. You see, it's like North Korea because, it's becoming impoverished. It's starting to, the leaders are very powerful, right? But the people are getting poorer and poorer, whittling away to them.
That's right. They're dust.
They're sucking the power like Dracula.
That's true. Right now.
Years and
Go ahead, Leslie.
years and years ago, I read a small article about the MiG pilot from Russia that defected to the United States, and it was very, very interesting. But at the time, Russia was communist, and they had no food. Nobody had anything that they had, and the only difference now is the oligarchs have everything, and the people still don't have what they need to make a decent life unless you're a millionaire. And so the Russian people aren't really behind all this. Who wants war?
Can I
They don't want war.
Can I add something, Todd?
Go ahead, please.
Since 1992 to as of today, America open for whole world. American business everywhere in the world, and IT sector like a Microsoft and a Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is open everywhere, and financial sector open everywhere. Russia these days getting so many job regarding IT sector, banking sector, business sector, but communism time they don't have anything. They do not have anything. Right now, every human being in Russia, they are surviving. They are working. They are peaceful people. They like to live peaceful. But government, they want power. Go ahead, Todd, if you're gonna add something.
The world is a big place. The world is a very big place, and we all need to coexist. It's the 1%ers in this country and theirs as well that seem to be the problemo.
Viewers, globally, America open for business for all countries in the world, North Pole to South Pole, everywhere. But also America have a power, superior power. They like to show the world. They like to show the world America is strong. But these things as an ideology, probably our administration to administration, they are not doing good job with Russia. George W. Bush, he opened for Russia everything. He gave them billions of dollars help. He take out all embargo. Reason? George W. Bush fight with Iraq and Afghanistan. He needed support. That time, Russian current president, He like to learn some kind of politics with American president and American administration. The gentleman is intelligence. He was only CIA agent, then became a powerful leader right now in the world. We teach him and we tell him what he have to do, and we are supply our intelligence by black way. And our ex administration, they are not doing good job for America. They did good job for Russia, and they are Russian friend. Everyone knows in the America, whole world knows, and they supply so many secret intelligence document to Russia. Our intelligence branch, they have a information, but they are not telling the world openly. It's not good. We did bad job for our people. That's why we are learning right now. Todd, floor is yours.
Thank you. I think everyone can agree that learning is a good thing. And learning and education in this country and everywhere needs to be a lot better. Because if you think that Ukraine doesn't affect you, if you think what's going on over there doesn't affect you, if you think you can turn your back, guess what? That's what the Nazis did too. Anyway, so you don't want to be like that. Point of story is, you want to educate yourself, you want to be woke, educate yourself. Internet, it's the new library. Check it out. If you have Wi-Fi, if you have internet, check out the internet, check out Millennium TV, and join us as we speak about what's going on today, not just in America, but around the globe. Thank you.
Very good. Leslie, I'm coming to you. Your field, whatever you work, you do, you talking about underage children, their life and their abuse. So our parents, our political leader, they are helping anything, or just you do the social work?
The government or the people don't want to talk about infant circumcision. They think it's a personal choice. And well, no, it isn't. It should be a personal choice for the person whose genitals we're talking about. And so if they could just let the people grow up and decide whether they would like to have their genitals mutilated or not.
Why do you say mutilated?
Because that's what it is.
But mine's so beautiful. Sorry.
There's nothing beautiful about holding a baby down and cutting off. Well, the first thing they do is they stick a blunt instrument in between the glands and the foreskin and run it around to get it undone. That's excruciatingly painful.
Didn't happen to me.
Babies don't feel pain, and babies feel every bit of pain, if not more, than an adult. There's nothing lovely about it.
In your opinion.
Well, what's lovely about it? I mean,
it's a ceremony. It's called a religious
Brit.
ceremony, tradition, which is sometimes important for some people.
Well, you have to question tradition if it doesn't seem to be.
If you don't believe, that's a different story. Keep that to yourself as well.
Well,
everybody should keep it to themselves.
That has nothing to do with how I feel about infant circumcision. Why would a wonderful, fantastic, loving God ask people to mutilate their children?
You say mutilate. Why do you say mutilate?
because that's
It's
what
not
it
always a
is.
mutilation. Not every
It
time.
is the mutilation.
I'm living proof of that.
Well, it's mutilation. Your penis has been mutilated. I hate
No, it
to
hasn't.
tell you.
No, it
Yes,
hasn't.
it has.
No, it hasn't. I'm living
Well-
proof that it hasn't.
Okay, well, I mean, just because it's mutilated doesn't mean
It's
that it
not
doesn't
mutilated.
function.
My penis is not mutilated.
Because it's mutilated doesn't mean it doesn't function. See,
It
that's what.
functions very well and it looks great. It's like a Porsche. Thank you.
Todd, don't
Yes.
coming this subject, please.
Oh, but she's bringing the subject. She brought the subject. I'm just finishing the subject by saying I have a Porsche. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know any man that doesn't think his is a Porsche. Believe me.
It just looks so good. You know, it's like
Thank you, guys. Now, we are going to short break. Please stay with us.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Viewers, we are back again. Today's America, Millennium News 24/7. Viewers, we are talking about everyone, politics, war, and money and power. First, we talking about the power. We are the strong supreme power, but we do not talk about our family, our children, their root, they are doing study or they are doing something else. These days in America, only America, we see young baby, newborn babies in garbage tank and dustbin. This is horrible crime. God gifted life. If you cannot support your baby, give the hospital, give them child department or healthcare department. Do not throw out the babies. We're going to talk about these things. What we have to do, these things officially in America. Todd, do you have any idea, bro?
I think Leslie does though.
Okay, Leslie, go ahead.
About children,
Yeah.
well, we need birth control available for everybody. It should always be available, and for free, in my opinion, so that there aren't so many unwanted babies. And I just think that no one should throw a baby away. The firehouses do have a place where you can anonymously put your baby and have it saved and whatnot like that, instead of risking the life of the child. and
Ca-
I don't really know that
Can
much more.
can I interfere you? You know,
Yeah.
in America, majority children born in clinic or hospital is not born on the car. You know, is thousands one probably or house is born clinic or hospital. So what is the hospital duty? They have to ask the baby's parents, mother is first. What she gonna do in the baby? She gonna be take care. That time social, social service have to be there.
Well, could I say something?
Go ahead.
A lot of the young girls that have babies that abandon them, a lot of them, they have their babies by themselves without any in a clinic or a hospital. And lots of times people don't even know that they're pregnant. They don't even let people know that they're pregnant, and then they have the baby. And then if they want to abandon the baby, they should abandon it at a proper place, like what you said, the hospital or the firehouse.
You know, this is tragedy in America. Every single day, our police department, health department, working round the clock for American people. But this kind of tragedy is only America, nowhere in the world, only United States of America. Reason? So-called free life, free sex, but have to be controlled by law. If we do not have a law, we're not going to have a family life, healthy life, and our young babies going to be throw out whatever they do right now. But is not religiously is not good, and by law is crime. Those people have to go death penalty or lifelong jail. Our justice department, court, and police department is soft for teenage young girl. So what do you think, Leslie? What we have to do regarding?
Yeah, what do you do with these people?
Well, in some ways, I think the police department is responsible for too much. We need social workers and different people like that that can come to the rescue of young girls and mental health issues. We expect police officers to go to places and make a diagnosis.
A diagnosis? Really?
Well, try and fix. Well, they think that people are criminals, is what I'm saying.
Right, but it's not
They
a diagnosis.
treat them that
I guess
way
you're going to
instead of-
prognosticate the situation.
Yes,
But
exactly.
we need
That's
to
what I
educate
mean.
our police force and fund
Yes,
them
they
as well.
don't even,
But make sure
they
they're
don't
educated.
understand the difference between, mental illness and a criminal. And that's very sad. But we can't expect the police officers to be trained under everything. But we need to reform the police. In this country, you have the freedom to starve to death, to be homeless, and we don't have a really good support system as far as, that's why young girls give away abandoned babies, because they have no way to take care of them.
It's
And
shame.
that's sad.
It's totally shameful. The probably, is going to be so many people in America. We are millions of people live together. So if every family or every household need a social worker, my gosh, federal government have to be invest billions of dollars.
You're going to have to call in FEMA.
FEMA is not going to be enough. Is if they have to taking care American children, teenage children, or young men or women, young girl, federal government have to be step up. Otherwise, America going same route always. They are not respecting religious or rule of law. They making rule of law, but they do not taking care. This is the most important things probably in my eyes. Leslie?
Well, I just had a thought and I lost it. What I was talking about, the police and what, I'm sorry, I can't answer that question.
Okay,
'cause
Todd.
I lost my train of thought.
Okay, Todd, do you have an answer?
I don't have the answer to that question, but I would say that we need to support our police force. Nobody's perfect. Yes, they made a lot of racist decisions, as we've seen in news and media, and it's good that it's being reported as well. There's, as well as good cops. Of course, you have ones that are not so good, and so we need to, really make sure our police force is tip top. And also, FEMA times 1,000, we need it. I'm sure we do. Anyway, I guess the point of the story is, with what's going on overseas, it affects everyone, and you're going to see inflation, I'm sure, if you haven't already. And what else? Let's hope that, China will calm down Russia, and we will be able to advance to the next stage of our human evolution on this planet. Thank you very much.
You bring the international global point again. Our United States, Great Britain, Australia, we make some kind of alliance, these three countries. Then we throw out, used to be friends, we throw out friends. What we did? We took India. Right now, India showing us finger. We are not with you guys. We are with Russia. Indian people supporting Russia. Indian government supporting Russia. So why we are...
Their women are so beautiful. How can you not?
Sorry to say, why we are bring them in our club. We make our own club and we throw out our own people, friends. We thinking they are supplying our intelligence to the China and Russia. This is the Biden administration, their view, their national view. That's why they making alliance, Great Britain, United States, Australia. Then they took India. Reason? China tried to take over Taiwan. That's why we need a Indian help. We throw out Pakistan too. So world politics, geopolitics is so worse, so bad. Our intelligence department,
We need to talk about it.
exactly, our national security and our federal government agencies, they have to build totally, they have to build structure. They don't have any kind of structure. They do not know anything, and someone they're going to hire for advisor. This guy, he's doing community service. How are you going to hire him White House advisor? Biden administration, they have this
Community service White House advisor sounds great. I'm committed. Let's do it. Let's go.
You
Let's
do
go,
not
team.
know that. So this is the things happening. So that's why international relationship, foreign relationship, and alliance is very tough job. It's not an easy job.
Alliance or airlines?
Alliance.
Because we're not talking about Aeroflot, I hope. I
No,
want them
no.
to stay in their airspace, please. Thank you. Especially with that insignia. Come on. A little nostalgia is okay, but Stop drowning in your tears, Russia. Thank you.
You know, we're going to finishing soon, and we're going to talk about end of the show. Our Ukrainian brother and sister, they are our family member. They are part of our life. They, whatever they are religious, whatever they believe, but they are human being. We respect, we love, we're going to help them whatever we can. Do not destroy Ukraine. We talk about the Russia. Please talk about international, all countries. They can come over, solve the problem. Do not kill your own people, your own blood, you know. And Western Europe, they have to step up. They have to help more and more. We don't see France help anything. Not yet, you know. Netherlands is a small land country. They are helping lot. Germany helping lot, and Poland helping lot, and you know, Britain helping lot. But France, still they are not talking about any kind of help. So this is not a good sign. This is not a good thing. You know, I don't know. This is international policy, or
Vive la France.
or they are part of or support Russia. Hopefully they're going to be understood. I don't know what they're going to do. French people with Ukrainian people, politics is nasty. We don't want to involve with any kind of politics. We can criticize people. We can criticize politicians. We can criticize our leader. Hopefully, our leader going to be understood. They're going to
We
come
can criticize governments too.
yeah, and government, all agencies, they can come together, and they can solve the problem. We don't like
To make
see,
it better.
exactly, better world. We don't like
Better
to see,
world for everybody.
we don't like to see any kind of horrible act in the world anymore. Todd, you last word, brother. Go ahead.
We want a better world for everybody across the board. Love ya. Thank you. Peace, respect, civility. We love you. We want to shake your hand. Love you. Thank you.
Leslie, last word.
Well, I wanted to say Jamie Raskin said something that really hit home to me. He said, "We aren't a nation of the same ethnicity or religion or language or anything. What we have in common in the United States of America is the Constitution. We're together by one Constitution." And that's the way I feel about all of the immigration and everything that's going on. And that's all I have to say.
Okay, well, we'll have you back another time, right?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, Leslie. Viewers, today's our time is almost 10. We talk about Eastern Europe. We talk about our Western Europe and United States of America, and some part of Middle East still is fighting going on. Syria, Libya, and also Yemen is part of life. They are bombing every single day, and their ocean, their river, their houses, nothing is left, but still they are bombing. No one talk about, no media talk about these things. This is totally racism. They have to bring, world have to be bring. Right now, Eastern Europe, they are bring everything, but Middle East, they try to destroy. This is totally bad idea for our politician. Whole world, Western world, Eastern world, America, have to be work together, peace, love, and happiness for the world. we're going to be end for today. Viewers, you can see our network, iOS and Android device. Also, all smart TVs like LG, Samsung, Sony, Roku TV, Apple TV, also Amazon TV. Also, we are on Amazon Stick and Fire Stick. Viewers, also we are on Radiant IPTV and Jadu TV. Worldwide, jagobd.com. Our all social network address Millennium News 24/7. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and our YouTube channel, News Channel M24. Our website millenniumnews24.com. Also millenniumtv24.com. Viewers, our friends, colleague, engineer, IT, broadcaster, newscaster, working round the clock for you. Please watch Millennium News 24/7. Whatever you are, stay, peace, love, and happiness. Goodbye and take care for today.